Can't focus on me. Baby, can you focus?
What's up, y'all? It's your girl JJ and I'm back with another video. I'm coming at y'all with another story time, but before we jump into the story time, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to follow me on all my other social media platforms. I will leave everything in the box below. So we're gonna jump right into the story time, and this is gonna be a part 2. Y'all, I'm coming back to back. Stop playing. Okay, anyways, so this is gonna be a part 2 on I fell in love with a 5-man I fell in love on a 5-man. Dang, it'd be hard for me to get my words out. Okay, so y'all, where we left off at, right? Went back home, fell asleep the very next morning. I wake up and y'all, all I could think about is Kanan. Like, that's all that's just going through my mind. And as I'm laying there, I don't know why, but sometimes I just look at Cash and I'll be ready to slap him up out his sleep. Like, I swear, he could just be sleeping peacefully and I'll just think about something, and then my hands, I'll be like, oh, I want to, but you know, I ain't trying to start no drama. So I'm just laying there looking through my phone, and then I get a text message from Kanan. It was a good morning beautiful, because y'all, that man will faithfully text me good morning beautiful, and y'all know how I feel about a good morning beautiful text. So I'm just smiling so hard, and I'm texting him back. But as I'm texting him back, y'all, I'm deleting, because one thing about it, I don't need a text thread. I don't want to look at the text thread. I don't need it in my phone, because yeah, he's pretty much just asking me how my morning is going, and we're just talking. Like, we ain't really saying too much, but we're just kind of just going back and forth, asking each other like, how you feeling, how you doing, stuff like that, right? So of course, I don't know what it is, y'all, but I could be texting somebody. It really don't matter who it is, but I could be texting and I'll have the biggest smile on my face. I don't know why I do it, but I do it. So I'm just cheesing, right? And the way Cash would sleep, he would always sleep. He would always have to have me like in his arms. So he's laying on his stomach, but one arm is like over me, like over my like my stomach, my chest area, right? So he opens his eyes, right? So I'm like facing forward like this texting, but I got my phone turned, you know, and he's like right here laying there with his arm over me. So I guess he see me smiling. So he instantly opened his eyes and he's like mean mugging the hell out of me. He was like, what nigga got you smiling like that? Excuse me? Kanan. No, just kidding. I'm like, what are you talking about? And so he was just like, yeah, you smiling hella hard and da da da. And I'm like, boy, please, like, I ain't gotta be texting a ninja to be smiling. I'm like, I'm texting my best friend. So now I'm really, y'all, once I'm saying this, oh, I deleted what he had texted me, and then I blocked his number, because I would do that. I would block his number so fast, because what Cash wasn't gonna do was ruin what I had going on with Kanan. He wasn't. No. Never let your boyfriend stop you from finding your husband. Anyways, so yeah, he was just like, whatever. I already knew what type of timing he was on. Like, I'm going back and forth with him a little bit, because I'm gonna stand my ground, because boy, who are you talking to? But after a while, I was just like, yeah, let me go ahead and get up. So I get up. He like, where you going? I told him I'm going to the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom, lock the door, unblock Kanan's number, and then I'm texting him back, right? So I'm just like, yeah, whatever I was saying to him. I don't remember what I was saying to him, but I just know I was just like sitting in the bathroom on the countertop, just texting and smiling, right? So I want to say I was in there for like 3 minutes, and Cash come banging on the door. Talking about, what you doing? I'm like, boy, I'm in here using the bathroom. Like, I'm taking it. Like, come on now. So he was just like, oh, all right. And he walked off. I'm just like, bruh, this nigga's getting on my nerves. Like, I don't know what it is, but maybe a person could feel when you moving on. Because, baby, I was moving and, whew, yeah. So, yeah, I'm still in there. I want to say about like 10 minutes go by. Cash come banging on the door again. So I'm like, yeah, like, nigga, what you want? He was like, man, I gotta take a shit. So I'm like, okay, all right. So y'all, I played it off, because one thing I'm not finna do is get caught. I have to cover all my all my tracks. So I'm sitting there for a minute. So then I want to say like probably a minute go by, I flush the toilet and I start spraying. Because I'm gonna play the whole part. So I start spraying and stuff. I wash my hands and I open the door, and I'm like, dang. And so he was like, you probably was in here on your phone talking to another nigga. I'm like, bruh, you must be talking to a bitch, because why are you so worried about what I'm doing? Like, you know. So then he go in the bathroom, and I'm like, make sure you spray and wash your hands, funky ass, right? So then I go and I get in the bed, and so I'm texting Kanan. One thing that Kanan would kind of stress me out with is like, we could be texting and he'll just call. Like, bruh, come on now, give me a warning. Like, let me know I'm finna call you. So he did just that, y'all. And I'm like, okay. I know Cash in the bathroom, and the way the house was, it was like our room and then the bathroom was in the middle. So I could hear, you know. So I'm like low-key whispering on the phone. So I'm just like, hello. Right? He was like, oh, like, what you doing? I'm like, nothing, just like chilling and stuff, about to make some breakfast. He was like, oh, okay, like, what you making? I'm like, a little pancake, little eggs, hash browns, you know, little bacon, something like that, right? I'm just like saying some stuff because I wanted to make it sound good, and you know, that's my specialty. I can make that real good, so I'm trying to make it sound real good. Like, yeah, baby, I cook, I clean up, I suck. So yeah, y'all, it's late. That's why I got so much energy right now, I swear. But anyway, so yeah, I'm like, yeah, just about to make some breakfast. He was just like, oh, okay, that's what's up, that's what's up. You gotta make me some food one day. I'm like, yeah, I got you. So he was just like, what's a good time for me to come out there and see you? Sir, you can't come see me. I live with my nigga. So I'm like, so my homegirl was coming out there to see your friend. I was just gonna ride with her. That way you ain't gotta drive all the way out here. So he was like, okay, cool, like even better. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, she wanted me to come so, you know, she could ride in the carpool lane. So yeah, I was just gonna go with her. He was happy about that. He was like, okay, that's what's up, that's what's up. He was like, all right, well then shoot, like just hit me. I'm like, all right, cool. Hang up the phone with him, delete that on my call log and block his number. So I'm just sitting in there for a minute. Cash eventually comes out the bathroom and he come in the room and he looking at me. Y'all, Cash would look at me like, he'd just look at me like this. Who are you looking at? And I don't know why, it just irritated me. Like, I just used to feel like he wanted to fight me, because why are you looking at me like that? Don't look at me like that. So I ignored it, and I'm still just like in my phone, like still minding my business. The nigga comes up to me and snatches my phone out of my hand. But listen, anytime a nigga's ever did that, oh, I just let him snatch it. Go ahead, because first of all, I cover my tracks all the time. I never get caught, and I'm a serial cheater, and I never get caught. Not like that, because I know how that could come off a little bad. Not like that. I don't cheat first, I cheat worse. Okay, let's clear that up. So yeah, I just sit there and let him take the phone. So he's like trying to run through my phone. Of course, he's not finding nothing because there's nothing in my phone. Deleted the call log, deleted the text thread, and I blocked Kanan's number. Dude, what are you gonna find? I ain't talking to nobody else. There's nothing in there for you to find. So instantly he got mad and like threw my phone on the bed. I'm smiling, y'all, because yeah, I know. So he just like, I don't know, it's like sometimes Cash will wake up in a good mood playing, and then some mornings he'll just wake up like irritated. And this was like a morning that he just woke up irritated, but I know why. It's because I was in Oakland last night and I didn't get back home until real late. So I knew that's why he was like turned up, like irritated with me. So I don't care. I really don't care. So he was just like, you gonna make some breakfast? I'm like, no, I'm not making anything. Because no, I'm not. Even though I'm sitting there in my head laughing, like I'm over here telling Kanan I'm about to make a whole big old breakfast. I ain't making a damn thing. Cash, you want some breakfast? Let's go to Denny's. So he was just like, man, I'm hungry. I'm like, yeah, me too, but I'm not cooking. Because if I had to cook, it wasn't okay. So if it was just me and Cash in the house, okay, I would have cooked. But no, it's me, Cash, and a whole damn football field. I'm not cooking for all these niggas. No, hell no. So yeah, I'm just laying there minding my business, still just, you know, in my own little zone. So he get up and he walks out the room. Bye, goodbye. I already knew he was about to go smoke, so I'm just like, yeah, bye, whatever. I got the tree in here. I'll roll me up when I'm ready. I'm not ready right now. So I ended up hitting up Portia, because girl, what time are we leaving? So I hit her up and she was just like, oh girl, I'll come pick you up at such and such time. So I'm like, all right, cool, we're gonna go around the time that we left. I want to say we left like the afternoon, around that time. So I'm just like, okay, cool, let me get up and look at what I'm gonna wear, because now I gotta find me another little outfit, because I already wore my little swish jacket. Let's see what that's swish jacket that I got. So I'm looking in there and I'm looking for a little outfit, and it's irritating me so bad because I remember the way I dress. Like, I remember this so much because, you know, some stuff that just stay in your brain, like you just can't forget it. And I remember just looking like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna wear this and that, and all the outfits was bad choices, all of them. So yeah, I'm like, okay, cool. Portia ended up calling me, and we're just like sitting on the phone just talking and stuff, and then she's just like, yeah girl, I saw you with your little boo. I'm like, girl, I know you're not talking. I said, I know you're not talking, girl. We didn't even see you for the whole night. I said, you was in the room getting your back blown out. She started cracking up, and we're just like talking, man. It's like just like talking, because I've always been long-winded, so I've always been that friend that everybody would call and we would be on the phone for hella long. So she like, what you wearing? I'm like, girl, I'm looking for something now. I'm like, I really don't know what I want to wear, because I don't want to wear a skirt where it's like I'm giving off the wrong idea. But then I also, you know, like I want to look cute. Not saying he was a weirdo and he saw me with a skirt on, he would have been like, yeah, give me some of that kitty. No, but it's just like, I don't know, it's just certain things that I like to wear around me. Like, I don't want to do too much sometimes. Like, not, okay, that probably came off a little strange. Like, it's not that I don't want to do too much, but I just don't want to, like, not overdress, but like, I don't know, y'all. I keep feeling a piece of hair on me. I don't know how to explain it. I really don't. But I'm like, okay, let me figure out what I'm going to wear. So I'm like, girl, what are you gonna wear? She was like, girl, her favorite thing, she'll wear like a leggings with like a little what is those little jackets that we used to wear back in the day? I forgot, it was like these little jackets that we used to wear back in the day. And she was basically saying like that's what she gonna wear with some flats. So I'm like, oh, okay, like that sounds cool. I'm like, I might wear something like similar to that, because yeah. But around this time, y'all, I've always been a heel girly. I've always loved wearing heels. I've been wearing heels since I was 15. I was that girl in high school that wore heels. I told y'all, that was me. Y'all wouldn't y'all know when y'all be at school, when y'all used to be at school, I don't know why I say when y'all at school, but when y'all used to be at school and it be that one girl with heels on early in the morning, y'all, that was me. So I'm like, oh, I had these cute little heels, y'all. Around this time, I loved me some Beyonce. I still love me Beyonce, but it was these heels, right? I wish I could find a picture. So it was these heels that Beyonce had, and although mine wasn't even near the ones that she had, I know, but they looked the same. Like, it was the same color, little color pattern, and I just love them so much. So I'm like, oh, I haven't wore these yet. I'm busting them bad boys out. I said, because you know, last night he saw me with the sandals on. I'm like, but let me bust them out with the heels. Like, let me show him like what, you know, what he working with. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'll wear that, and I'll just wear some like jeans, some little skinny jeans, the little cute little heels. And the heels had like, they had like a whole bunch of colors. Like, the colorway was crazy. It was like dark blue, yellow, possibly pink. It was like a whole bunch of colors in one shoe, but the shoes was so cute, y'all. And since Beyonce had a pair, I used to love posting them shoes. Like, Lord knows they were not even, I don't even think they were replicas. I don't even know how to say it. I just think they was just like, I don't know, but they looked like the same type of shoe. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna wear that with some jeans and like a colorful type of little shirt with my pearls. Sure. So I'm like, oh yeah, that's gonna be cute, that's gonna be cute. So I'm like, as I'm picking out my little outfit, I'm telling her like what I'm wearing. I'm like, yeah, girl, I'm wearing this and that. She was like, okay, yeah, girl, you gonna look cute. I'm like, yes, girl, we both about to be looking cute. So we're just like talking. Cash still ain't came in the room. I already know he in the garage. The nigga probably didn't left, because he would leave, he would be gone. Like, I would have to really go looking for him, and I'm like, where you at? He'll be like, oh, I went to the store. And I'll be like, damn, that's crazy. Like, you could have gave me a warning, let me know what you were doing, something. But I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Get my outfit together. Eventually, Cash ended up coming back in the room, and I'm just like, oh, I'm about to roll up. I'm about to, you know, go and garden. And so I had told him, I'm like, oh yeah, me and Portia going to Oakland later. So he like, going to Oakland 2 days in a row? Like, what you doing out there? I'm like, oh, we just like chilling with her cousin or whatnot, you know, just vibing. Nothing really, like nothing too special. He like, oh, you about to be around ninjas. You about to be around ninjas. I'm like, Cash, I'm not you. I'm not you, buddy. I don't have to be around a nigga to have fun. Mind you, I didn't have to, but I like to. It was fun. So yeah, like, mind your business. Leave me alone. So I'm just like, Cash, I'm not going there with you. Like, I'm not about to argue with you. I'm not about to fight with you. I'm like, look, check this out. I don't have to do none of that, okay? So now I'm giving him the speech. I'm just like, yeah, I don't have to be up under a nigga. I'm like, I'm naturally just fun. Like, I could vibe with females without being under a nigga. Like, y'all, I'm like, I'm not saying it with an attitude, but I'm just like telling him like, yeah, like, calm down, bro. So he did kind of calm down, because Cash was the type, like, you have to talk to him. And you don't necessarily have to yell at him, but you have to talk to him with this certain tone to like let him know, look, check this out. This is what it is and this is what it ain't. So he'd kind of like calm down a little bit. Like, he was one of those type of people. So yeah, I'm like, out of here. I go in the garage and I'm just cheesing. Like, I don't know why y'all, I don't want to say like I liked playing mind games, but like, all Cash did was play with my mind. Like, all he did was play mind games with me. And it wasn't that I was trying to get back at him or anything like that. It just so happened that I met somebody that was cool. And I'm not necessarily saying that I was just gonna be like, yeah, F you, Cash, I'm about to go with the next nigga. Like, no, it wasn't like that. But it just felt good to talk to somebody. Like, y'all know that feeling where it's just like, but I noticed that every time that type of stuff happened, it don't. Anyway, so yeah. So I go in the garage, rolling up my little bleezy, spark it up, and I'm in there straight to the deck. Just in there, just blowing it down. I end up putting it out like halfway through, and I'm like, okay, let me start getting ready, because y'all, it's always taking me a long time to get ready. And around this time, I was into makeup, but like, I didn't do foundation. I would just only do eyeshadow. So like, if you look at any of my old pictures, I never had on foundation or anything like that. I literally would just do eyeshadow. A mess. So yeah, I'm like, okay, let me make sure I just start getting myself ready early. And then it was probably like 9-10 in the morning too. So I'm like, okay, I need to shower. I need to make sure I'm fixing my hair. You know, like, I gotta make sure I take the time that I need. I don't like to feel rushed. So I go back in the house. You know, I got enough tree in me to get the job done. So I started getting myself ready. Time is going by. I'm not gonna lie, I'm taking a long time doing these horrible, y'all, my eyebrows were so bad. Like, if y'all look back on them pictures, my eyebrows were so thin, and I would like fill them in like so thin, like, oh my god. So I get myself ready, and I'm feeling like $1,000,000. Like, y'all, I feel good. I'm like, yes, I look good. So then Portia ended up calling me, and she was just like, okay girl, like, I'm finna be on my way. I'm like, all right, well, I'm ready. Call me when you're outside, girl. I'm gonna come running. So Cash is like minding his little business and stuff. Like, he's coming looking at me, but he just like looking and kind of just like not saying too much, because I'm like, I already know this nigga about to go cheat. Like, Cash should get mad and go cheat on me for the stupidest reason. So I'm already thinking like, yeah, he about to go cheat. Like, the way he would look at me, y'all, I swear I wish I had like a picture, like, to show y'all. No, not to show y'all, but like, I wish I had an example of a picture to show y'all the way he would look at me. Like, it would be the most stankiest look. But I'm just like, I don't care. I'm still leaving. Oh, you can look at me left, right, up, down, round and round. I don't care how you looking at me. I'm still going to go be up under the next nigga. So Portia ended up calling me. Y'all, I must have ran out the house. All right, bye, Cash. I don't even think I gave him a hug or a kiss, nothing. I was gone, okay? I felt like I jumped and flew inside that car. So I get in the car, and I'm like, bitch, hurry up and drive off. Like, drive off where this nigga come outside. But y'all, the way the house was, it was like a big living room window. Well, I see the blinds just like moving. I saw the blinds just like moving back and forth, and I was cracking up, because I'm like, this nigga's looking out the window. Like, bruh, nope, I'm not about to have no nigga pull up over here. Like, you're good. Like, come on now. So then Portia like, girl, you crazy. I'm like, nah, that nigga's crazy. I'm like, his ass was looking in the window and shit. So she started cracking up. I'm like, but girl, oh my god, I can't wait to see Kanan. So she was like, girl, I can't wait to see my boo either. And we're just talking, regular little talking. Like, we just was, y'all, listen, I've always been messy. So we probably was talking shit about somebody. Probably Frankie ass. I'm telling you, Frankie used to piss everybody off. So we probably was just talking mess about somebody or something. It did not matter. Mind you, like, we went to school together, so it was so much stuff for us to talk about. So we're just like talking and stuff, riding, and I'm just like, I'm cheesing. So I ended up texting Kanan. Of course, I unblocked his number when I got in the car, but yeah, I ended up texting him, and I'm just like, hey, like, I don't know if your friend told you, but we on our way. So he was just like, all right, cool, like, I'm with him already, chilling on the block, you know, I'll see you when you get here. I'm like, all right, bet. Y'all, I'm like, okay, I gotta be calm, because one thing about it is when I wear heels and I'm nervous, baby, I'm bound to fall on my face. So I'm like, okay, I gotta make sure, like, when I'm walking, I'm not getting super nervous. Mind you, I was with him the night before, and he's cool. Like, he gave me that chill, I could be myself vibe. But I'm just like, I'm clumsy. I am clumsy, y'all. I'm the person where it's like, if y'all ever saw me in person and I have on heels, please believe I'm looking down on the ground, because if I don't, I'm gonna fall. I am going to fall face first, because y'all, I'm hella clumsy. Like, I was in the hospital the other day, and I got on Crocs. I'm damn near but to trip over my foot like 10 times. Like, I'm literally, I don't know, I think I dragged my feet or something. I don't know, but I'm hella clumsy. So y'all, we make it to Oakland, and oh my god, okay, I'm breathing. I'm just like, okay, you know, it's cool. I'm just gonna, you know, keep that same energy and vibe that I had last night. But y'all, when somebody is fine to me, oh, it's just I can't keep my composure. Like I just be like ready to just jump on them and squeeze them or something. I don't know, y'all. What goes through my mind is crazy. So yeah, I'm like, okay, keep it cool, keep it cool. We pulling up on their block. So she called him and she like, hey, you know, I'm pulling up right now, like come outside. So he like, all right. Y'all, I started rumbling to my purse, like I could feel my hand shaking. Like that's how nervous I'm getting. I'm like, let me put some gum in my mouth. I'm like this. You know, I'm putting like hella gum in my mouth because I'm like, whew. Okay, all right. So Portia was like, girl, let me get some gum. So I gave her some gum too. And I'm like, okay, let me get a little bit of my little body spray that I had in my purse. I started spraying a little bit more spray because I want to smell good. I love when a man tell me I smell good. Like that is, tell me I smell good. You ain't even gotta tell me I look good. Like you ain't gotta say you pretty, you beautiful. You ain't gotta say none of that. You tell me I smell good. You didn't say all that. You didn't say it at all because that's what I'm gonna think you said. Because I just love that compliment so much. So I see them walking down the little porch steps and I'm looking and I'm like, oh Lord, okay, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. So I'm like shaking it off. Y'all, my bad, because I put the NGL link and I'm getting so many questions and it just keep on buzzing. Okay, so yeah, I'm looking and I'm just like, whew. All right, so of course, you know, we're getting out the car. I get out the car and instantly I'm just like, Kanan, he was just so fly, y'all. Like so fly. Y'all remember the shoes Creative Rex? Everybody probably don't remember that, but y'all, he had on some Creative Rex. He had on some I don't want to say they was Jabos. They was probably just like some regular jeans, because I don't want to say they Jabos and they wasn't Jabos, but he had on some jeans and a little white tee, and y'all, it was just something about that outfit that just did it for me. Okay, like that was just everything to me. He just looked so fly and he had like this long chain and I was like, okay, let me stop being dramatic. But yeah, so he's coming down, you know, we meet, we hug, you know, he told me I smell good. He was like, oh, you look good. He was like, I love them heels, like those are nice. Let me stop, because he wasn't doing all that. Like it wasn't like that, but he was just like, you know, like them heels is nice, like what's them? And I'm just like, I don't know, I got them from this little store, because I did get them from this store. I really don't know what the shoes was called or anything. I just know that they was cute because they was like some eye catcher heels, and I love those type of heels. I just love a heel where it's like, ooh, those is nice as hell. So yeah, and I'm just like, yeah, we like looking at my feet and stuff, and I'm happy that my feet is done, because y'all, sometimes my feet would not be done. So he just like, yeah, them is nice or whatnot. He was like, it's good to see you. Like, dang. He was like, you so small. Like, you short. And I'm just looking at him like, okay. All right. That's cool. Everybody always says something about my height. I know I'm not that tall. It's cool. It's cool. So, we just like started talking and stuff. And Portia and her little dude, you know, as me and Kanan having our conversation, I just see Portia walking away. So I'm like, Portia, where you going? Cause girl, you about to just leave me outside? She was just like, oh girl, like I'll be right back. Like we about to go in the house for a minute. Girl, I already know what that means. Y'all about to go do the nasty. Like, okay, whatever. So me and him, we just like still just like talking and stuff. So as we're talking, you know, like 5 minutes go by, 10 minutes go by, we're chilling and stuff. And then he was like, you know what, like let's hit a few corners. I'm like, okay, all right. So I end up texting Portia. I'm like, girl, we about to go hit a few corners. Like, I'll catch you later. Because I know what you in there doing. Your ass ain't coming back outside because you in there being nasty. You want to see if it's gonna work this time. It's cool, girl. Do your thing. Do your thing. He had like an old school car on some rims. It was nice. And so we get in the car. And one thing about it is I don't really like getting in the cars with people because I don't like for people to drive fast. So as soon as I feel them picking up speed, going a little bit too fast, and I'm leaning over and I'm looking and it says a little, I'll tell them like straight up like, hey, I don't really like fast cars. I don't like when people drive fast. Because some men think it's okay to drive fast and crazy. Baby, look, I'm not trying to lose my life. You do not. That's not going to impress me. Driving slow, that'll impress me. Because that makes me feel like you care about my life. You ain't trying to, you know, come on now. So yeah, he's driving at a cool little speed. He ain't speeding. You know, he was hitting them corners a little hard though. I will say that. I was like, whoa. But yeah, other than that, like we just like riding around, just hitting corners, and he telling me like, yeah, that's where we do woo from, and da 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 da. My cousin, my auntie, like he just like riding around, just like telling me where his family live and stuff. He was just like, oh, I need to stop at the store to get me, you know, whatever it was he was gonna roll up in. I was gonna say roll up on. And I'm like, okay, yeah, like that's cool. So we end up pulling up to a little liquor store. He hop out, I stay in the car because it ain't no reason for us both to get out the car. But before he got out the car, he did ask me if I wanted something. He did ask me, but I just said no, because y'all, I would always say no. Like, I be so shy, and I really be like, no, it's okay. Girl, start telling these niggas, yeah, I do want something. Even if you don't want something, just get something. Hell, you might want it later. So yeah, I was just like, yeah, no, I don't want it. And he was just like, you sure? I'm like, yeah. He get out the car, go in there, go grab what he get, come back to the car, and then he was just like, all right, like we're gonna hit a few more little corners, and you know, how long you think you're gonna be out here? And I'm like, honestly, we probably gonna be out here for a minute, because you know, she still ain't even text me back. So yeah, we probably be out here for a minute. He was just like, all right, cool, like you with me then? And I'm like, yeah. He was like, but you know, if push come to shove, I can always just take you home. So I was like, I thought fast on my feet, y'all. He probably thought something was wrong with me, because at first for like a good 5 seconds I was just blank, and I was like, so I gotta watch her daughter. She gotta do something later on, so like I gotta ride with her. And he was just like, oh okay, all right, cool, that's cool. You can't drop me off, babe. You can't, because Cash is gonna be, he's gonna see you. And y'all, Cash had a lot of pew-pews, like a lot of pew-pews, and I was like, no. It was already dangerous for me to even be doing this. I was like, nah, y'all never gonna cross paths. I don't give a damn. Y'all not about to be in the same city. No, none of that. No. So he was just like, oh, okay, all right. And then we hit a few more little corners, and then he pulled up somewhere, and he was just like, yeah, this is my auntie house. Yo, auntie. You want me to meet your auntie already? Like, you want me to meet your family? That's so cute. He was like, ain't nobody here though. Like, he was like, ain't nobody here though. Like, I just be parking over here when I want to just pull up and smoke and stuff. So I was just like, oh, okay. He's rolling up and stuff. I don't give a damn. I'm not really about to, you know, hit the bleezy with him, because I needed to have a clear mind. If it's just me and him, no, because he would have probably thought something was wrong with me. Because for some reason, y'all, I was talking all that mess about Tamara and my best friend. Y'all, sometimes when I would garden, I would always feel like I have to pee. Like, I used to be like, I gotta pee, and then when I get to the bathroom, I didn't have to pee. I don't know what kind of evil that tree was doing to me, but y'all, it would do that. And I was like, if it's just me and him, I know I'm gonna start tripping. I'm gonna start tweaking. He gonna be looking at me like, yeah, bro, you gotta go. So I'm like, yeah, no, I'm gonna just pretend like I'm, you know, like I'm hitting it. Like, I could just do a little bit, like, you know, if you garden, you know. So I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna do a little bit, because no. So yeah, he ended up finishing. Mind you, rolled a big old blunt. I'm like, dang. So he's like hitting it, passing it to me. I'm like passing it like that. And you know, we just chilling for a minute, and then we start like riding around, and we're just riding around. And I'm a scenery type of girl, so like when a nigga tell me like, you with me today, and we're just riding around hitting corners, I'm having the time of my life. Like, I'm looking out the windows, I'm just like just looking at everything. And around this time, y'all, Oakland looked so different. Like, how it look now, it don't look the way it used to look back in the day. Like, you know, so it's just like everything just looked like alive. And I ain't even really been in Oakland for real, but just like passing it up, like seeing just a little bit of it, it don't look the same to me. Like, maybe I forgot what it looked like, but it does not look the same to me. So yeah, I'm just like looking out the window and stuff, and just like people watching, and just, yeah, just like vibing. He got the music playing, and we just literally just sliding through the hood, y'all. And I'm just like, oh, this could be a forever for me, because y'all, I feel like, oh no, I hate when I like somebody, because it just, that's all I can think about. So, you know, time is going by. We just still just like riding around. We hit a few corners. You know, he pulled up on a few friends and spoke with them for a minute. And yeah, it was like cool. Like, y'all, it was so cool. I just felt so like, I just felt like that was my place. Like, that was the person that I needed to be with. He just made me feel so good, and we would just talk. Like, as we're riding around too, you know, of course the music is playing. It ain't super loud, but we're still kind of like having conversations. Like, it's not like we just riding around not saying nothing to each other. We're talking to each other. We're like having more of a conversation than we would over text, because I feel like, you know, in person you're gonna ask more questions and stuff like that. So we're doing just that, and we got on the subject of our last like relationships, because we didn't really talk about that type of stuff on text or when we would talk on the phone. So he was like, what, like, how long was your last relationship? Y'all, I'm like, oh, what am I gonna say? What am I gonna say? So I was like, a year. I just threw a number out there. I'm like, a year. He was like, oh, okay, like that's a long time. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what about you? He was like, oh, you know, my last relationship, it's been like probably like a good 2 years now. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah. He was like, yeah, it's been a minute. I'm like, yeah, it has. And I'm like, you know, now I gotta ask you questions, because sir, don't ask me nothing else that I gotta hurry up and think about. But I'm thinking about like the easiest things, like if I ask him a question that I can answer fast too. So I'm just like telling him, like, you ever thought about having kids? Like, do you want kids? He was like, man, I do want me like a little son. And I was like, me too. I want me a little son. I don't know why y'all, I still want me a son. So yeah, in the next few years, I'm having me a son. So remember I said this. So yeah, we're just like chopping it up, talking about kids and stuff, and I'm letting him know like I love babies like so much. And he's just like, me too, like I got some nieces and some nephews and stuff, like I'm their favorite uncle. And I'm like, oh, like how cute. At this time I think I had one nephew. I think Chorcher was my only nephew at this time. Was it? I think so. Was it? You know what, don't quote me. Don't even quote me. Don't quote me, because I think I had a niece. I think I had 2 nephews and a niece. Yeah, I did. I had 2 nephews and a niece, but don't quote me. Don't quote me. So yeah, I'm just like, oh, like that's so sweet. He's just like, yeah. And we're just having our little conversation. Portia ended up texting me back, and I'm just like, damn. She's like, did you never look at your phone? So she was like, my bad, girl. I didn't have no service in here. I tried to text you and I tried to call you. And I'm like, oh, girl, I didn't get neither one of those. You know, like we're texting back and forth. So she was just like, oh, like you want him to take you home? Like what you want to do? I'm like, girl, please. I'm like, he cannot take me home. Mind you, we're texting. I'm like, girl, no. I already told him that you want me to watch your daughter because you had something to do. So she was just like, all right, cool. She was like, okay, well, we're gonna leave in like the next like hour or so. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I let him know. I'm like, hey, you know, Portia, she trying to leave in like the next hour. So he was like, all right, let's make our way back up over there. We can just chill up in there. I'm like, all right. So we make our way back over there, and before we pulled up, he was just like, let's stop at the liquor store. Like, let's just get us like some snacks or something. So I'm like, all right. We get out the car. We get to the liquor store. We get out the car, and we go in there. I don't know why I just had like a little blank moment. So yeah, we get to the liquor store. We go on the inside. Y'all, at this liquor store, they like will fry foods in there. So I'm like, oh, I want some chicken strips. So he was just like, you want to get some food up out of here? And I'm like, yeah, because like at least with chicken strips you can eat that without looking crazy eating that. So I'm like, yeah, I'm about to get me some chicken strips. So he was like, yeah, get whatever you want, like, you know, get you something to eat, get you whatever you want. So I'm like, all right, cool. I give me some chicken strips, and I get me a damn Arizona, because back then Arizona's had me in the chokehold. So I got that, and I had got me like some little candy to snack on. So he paid for all of that, y'all. Pay for it all. I said, oh, look at this man spending $10 on me already. So yeah, we end up getting our stuff and going back to Portia's little boo house. So we get there, we go right in, and then we sit on the little couch. Mind you, it's nice and clean in there. Like the table is not, nothing's on the table. So I'm like, yeah, they probably just had the table a little dirty because they was having a little kickback little thing going on, whatever the hell you want to call it. So yeah, we sit down and we're like eating our food. I'm happy that the way he was like, how do I explain it? So the TV is like in front of us, and it's like the couch that I told y'all. He's like sitting up because he was a little, you know, taller than me. So he's like sitting up eating his food, and I'm like leaned back like this. And I'm like that eating mine, but I'm eating so slow, y'all. He probably didn't even think I was eating because I'm chewing like super slow, and I'm looking at him because I'm like, Lord, please don't let this man look at me. I don't know why, but I be feeling like the way I be thinking that I'm eating versus the way I be eating. I don't know, y'all. Like, I don't even think I be breathing when I be eating. I think I just be like just tearing the food up, like just literally just eating it hella fast. So yeah, I get done with my little chicken strips. I'm drinking on my little drink, and now I'm like eating on my little candy. And he got done with his food too. So he was like, I'm about to roll up again. And I'm just like, you on your own, buddy. I don't need no more. Like, yes, I gardened, but I didn't need to garden like that. So I was just like, yeah, I'm cool. So he rolled up, and he just like, you know, he sparked it up, and he's smoking. He like, you want to hit it? I'm like, no, I'm good, I'm cool. He was like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. So then Portia and her dude ended up coming out the room, and then, you know, everybody started joining in on this session. I still was like, yeah, no, I'm cool. I'm not hitting that shit no more, because I don't need to act weird. I don't need to act strange. I need to just stay the way I am, like this, and that be that. get done blowing tree, and then we're chilling for a little bit, and then of course, you know, we had to go. We done been out there for a minute now. Mind you, in the midst of being there, Cash has texted me, but he hasn't called me. So I'm just like, weirdo. But it's cool though, because before I got out the car, before we even got to Oakland, I had called him and let him know, like, yeah, we just gonna be chilling and stuff. Like, I ain't, you know, stop thinking I'm gonna be around a nigga. I ain't gotta be around a nigga. You know I love you and only want you. So I gave him that little prep talk. So I already knew he wasn't gonna, you know, Cash wasn't the type to blow my phone up anyways. Like, he wasn't gonna blow my phone up or do anything like that. He never cared. So yeah, we ended up telling them, you know, we gotta go or whatnot, and we give them some hugs, and then I let Kanan know, like, hey, like, I'm gonna call you when I get home. He like, all right, cool, y'all. And I don't know, Kanan was just so, I just felt like I liked him so much because he didn't try anything with me. Like, he really was trying to get to know me. He wasn't trying to, like, touch on me or kiss on me or feel on me. Like, he was just being normal. Like, it just felt like I've known him, and I love that. So soon as me and Portia got in the car, y'all, Portia is so close to her name, so it's so hard for me not to say her name. We get in the car, and she like, so what y'all do? I'm like, girl, nothing. We just like rode around the hood, and he showed me like where his auntie stay, his cousin stay, little Ray, and you know, all these people. And I'm like, and then, you know, he blew it down, of course. I'm like, girl, but I was not hitting that tree at all, because you know me, I be tripping when it's just me. So she started cracking up, and I'm like, yeah, but other than that, we just like was just riding around. And yeah, I'm like, we went to the liquor store. He spent a little $10 on me, and then she's like, okay, girl. I'm like, so what y'all do? She was like, girl, we was just like chilling, watching a movie, and yeah, she was like, we did our little thing. She was like, this time it was working, and she was like, it was good. I'm like, okay, girl, period. And we're just like laughing, y'all. Like, me and Portia had a relationship where it was like really a love and hate relationship. I swear, like, if Portia said something smart to me, oh, I'm cussing you out and I'm ready to fight. If I said something smart to her, oh, she cussing me out, she ready to fight. But it wouldn't be like, it depends. Like, it's hard for me to explain like what I mean by something smart, because it wouldn't be like, yeah, like, no, it'd be like we'll literally get into it, and I cannot tell you what we would get into it about. Like, I don't know, it just, back then I would get highly offended when people would text me any kind of way, because why are you texting me any kind of way? Like, I would really get offended by that. Like, that's why I always will call people, because I don't know what you mean by text. Like, you can say the same thing over the phone through a text, and I might think you saying some crazy stuff, so I gotta hear your tone. I gotta know like what you saying. So me and Portia relationship, y'all, we were literally hot and cold. But around this time, we was cool. We was good. Like, we were good. So, yeah, we're just talking and stuff. And I'm like, girl, I had to tell him that I had to watch your daughter. I'm like, because he was trying to take me home. I'm like, girl, Cash cannot. I said, even if he was to drop me off around the corner, I'm like, no. Because sometimes Cash be sitting around the corner, or, you know, like anything. I just was like, this ain't the, no, hell no. And you know how some men, they want to watch you go in the house. He would have been watching me go around the damn corner. But yeah, so she was like, okay, yeah, girl, see, I wasn't sure. She was like, but I just wanted to text to, you know, see like what was going on. I'm like, yeah, girl, hell no. So we ended up making it back on our side of town, and so she dropped me off, and I go in the house. I'm like, shit, I told Kanan that I was gonna be watching her daughter. So I'm like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna just text him and be like, hey, like, I just got here, I'm gonna call you later because I'm doing something. I made up something. So he ended up texting me back, and he was just like, all right, cool, you know, like, hit me. I'm like, all right. So y'all, Cash wasn't home at all. So I'm just like, whatever, fine with me. I end up just like chilling in the house, chilling with the family, talking, minding my business. I end up going in the room, and I end up calling Kanan, and I was just like, hey, like, what you doing? And he was just basically just like, nothing, just like riding around the hood, about to go pull up on a homie. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. He was like, what you doing? I'm like, nothing, about to shower, you know, eat, and just laying down. So he was like, okay, cool, that's what's up, that's what's up. And then we're like chopping it up for a minute. Then somebody called him, and he was just like, oh, like, I'm gonna call you back. So I'm like, all right, cool. Deleted everything, blocked his number, because I'm not keeping nothing in my phone. So yeah, I ended up falling asleep. All I remember is Cash coming home in the middle of the night trying to wake me up. Literally trying to wake me up because he wanted to do some freak stuff. And I ain't gonna lie, I want to do some freak stuff too. So y'all, I ended up letting him bust it open. I did. But the whole time I was thinking about Kanan. Like, y'all, I swear it irritates me so bad because I could really remember everything. And I remember just looking up at the ceiling, and I was just like, oh, I wish this was Kanan. Oh my god. And I hate that I do that sometimes. Like, I hate that I really be wishing it was somebody else. I've done that a few times and I'm so guilty for that. But yeah, I was like, man, I wish it was Kanan. Mind you, I don't even know what Kanan working with. Because if Kanan wasn't working with nothing Cash was working with, oh, it would have hurt so bad. But I was just like, yeah, I'm just like laying there just, you know, trying to focus. But y'all, I could not stop thinking about Kanan. So then, you know, we finished. I ended up rolling over, going right to sleep. I didn't want to have no conversation. I didn't want to watch no movie. I didn't want to do nothing. I just wanted to go back to sleep. So I just that. Because I knew that if I went in my phone, I was going to want to, you know, unblock his number and like text him or something. So I'm like, yeah, let me just chill. So yeah, the very next day, you know, everything just like cool and stuff. I'm talking on the phone with Portia and she's just like, oh, like her little boo is planning a movie night. Like, did I want to come? Me and Kanan. So I'm like, girl, yeah, we want to come. I'm gonna text him and see if he want to do that. So I end up texting Kanan. I'm just like, hey, like my homegirl and yo, you know, your homie is going to the movies. You know, like she want me to come ride with her and come out there. So she asked if we, you know, like we wanted to go. So he was like, oh yeah, for sure. So I'm like, all right, cool. They planning it on, you know, like the following weekend or something like that. So he was just like, all right, bet. So y'all, I'm like, oh, we're going to the movies. Like, oh, like I'm happy, y'all, because one thing about it is I just love that romantic stuff. Like I love all of the just like the walks on the beach, the picnics in the parks, the movie dates, the fair dates. Like I love simple fun stuff. So I'm just like, oh my god. And some men be acting like they too, like, you know, like, yeah, no, I don't do that. I'm not the one for you then. So yeah, I'm like, oh cool, we gonna go see a movie. Like, oh my god, like I'm so happy, y'all. Everything's cool with me and Cash. Like I was really good at like hiding the fact that I was talking to Kanan. I was really good at that. And I feel like the reason why is because Cash would be out hustling a lot of the times. So it wasn't like he was just at home chilling with me or, you know, all up in my business when, you know, like he'd be having his own little shit going on. And at this time, I probably wasn't even really going through his phone like I used to. Because, y'all, I used to go through that man's phone every single night. Like, I didn't give a damn. You want to hide your battery up under the bed, in between the mattress, in your hat, in your drawers, in your sock, I'm going to find it, weirdo. Like, who does that? Like, why are you hiding your battery to your phone in the weirdest places? But you don't hide them that good because I always find it. Like, it just didn't make no sense to me. So yeah, everything cool with me and him. I'm still making sure I break it off to him. Everything's cool, I guess. So yeah, we planned our little movie date. Portia come pick me up. We head out there. It was like this movie theater that I used to go to in high school, and it was in Union City. So we ended up meeting over there. And y'all, Kanan looking good. Oh my god, looking good, smelling good. I'm just like obsessed. I had on something regular because I didn't want to just, you know, like this is my third time really meeting him. I just want to dress regular. So I had on like some Creative Rex, some jeans, and like probably like a cute little jacket or something to go with it. I don't know, like, I don't know. But I wanted to show him like, yes, baby, I could dress casual. I could dress sexy, classy, and I can also dress regular. Like, yeah. So yeah. We get there, we go inside the movie. Of course, Kanan pays for us. He got us popcorn, he got us candy, he got us drinks. Like, he was not playing. I was like, okay, baby, yeah. One thing about it is the movie stuff be too damn high. Like, for real, we could have went to the dollar store and I could have stuffed the purse before I want to go in the movies and pay for anything. But yeah, y'all, he bought like a whole bunch of little stuff and I'm like, okay, yes. Like, he didn't have it at all. Like, he didn't make it seem like he like was rich, but like he for sure would take care of me, like if I was in, you know, his presence. And I like that about him. Like, I really did like that. So Portia and her dude, they end up getting their snacks and stuff, and then we head into the movies. We find us a little seat, they find them a little seat, and yeah, y'all, we watch our little movie. After we got done with our snacks, I'm just like cuddling up next to him. I don't know why, he just reminded me like of a little teddy bear, and I would just like cuddle up under him and he'd just like hold me. And I love that, y'all. Like, I love to be held. So we're just watching a movie. I get cold in the movie theater, so I guess he could feel like my arms was a little cold, and maybe because I was like this. So he was just like, you want my jacket? And I was like, yeah. So he ended up giving me his little jacket and stuff. Y'all, he was such a gentleman. Like, I really liked this boy a lot. He was such a freaking gentleman. So we enjoy the movie. Everything is cool. Like, we're just, y'all, I felt so, I just remember just feeling happy. Like, really, really happy. So yeah, the movie is over with, and then they were just like, we should go out to eat. Like, let's go get us something to eat. So, you know, everybody trying to choose where they want to go. I'm like, I don't care where we go. Like, let's just go anywhere. I don't really care. I eat pretty much anything, so I don't care. So they was like, all right, like, let's go to like Fridays or something, y'all. Fridays back then, Fridays had my heart, okay? Do they even still got Fridays? I don't know if they still got Fridays. So Fridays is literally my heart. So we ended up going to Fridays. I used to get this like Jack Daniel burgers. It's so good. I think they do got Fridays. I'm about to look for Fridays, y'all. So yeah, we go there. I get my little burger. I'm happy, y'all. I'm happy as hell. And I'm not saying that I wanted Kanan to pay for everything for me, but I made sure I got what I could afford just in case Kanan said he wasn't gonna pay for it. You know, I'm not one of them girls. You don't take me out to eat and now all of a sudden I want steak and lobster. I wouldn't even want steak and lobster on with my own money. So I'm not gonna want steak and lobster with your money. You're good. So yeah, I think my meal was probably like $12, $10. It was cheap back then. So yeah, I'm tearing my food up, but I'm also eating it slow, y'all. I'm eating it slow, but you know, everybody pretty much just kind of, you know, little blowed, because of course we did hit the bleed. We did do that before we went in there. So you know, everybody pretty much just kind of like little high, except for me, y'all. I'm just a little bit. I'm only gonna do it a little bit because no, I can't be too, you know, because yeah. So yeah, we're in there tearing up our food and stuff. We get done with our food, we're like talking, and then we end up getting a bill, and then we go back out and we're just standing outside the car and we're just talking. And y'all, Kanan is just, I don't even know how to explain it, y'all. He was just such a sweetheart. Like, he really was a sweetheart. So as we're talking, his phone started ringing. So I'm trying not to be nosy because I'm not one of those girls, like, you know, like, you don't, you can't just come off crazy. So I see him pick up his phone, and then he see who it is, and then he like silenced it and put it back in his pocket. So I was just like, better be your mama or your grandma, nigga. But yeah, I'm just like, okay, whatever. Couple seconds go by, call again. I see him pull out the phone again, put it back in his pocket. So I'm like, okay, all right, whatever. To me, I already know I'm that type of person. If I call you once, you don't answer, I'm gonna call again. And I'm gonna keep calling, and I'm gonna keep calling, and I'm gonna keep calling. So then the phone rings again. And I'm like, that's a bitch. That is a bitch. I know. Because that's signal for, I'm his girlfriend, I'm his ex, I'm his potential, I'm somebody, and he ain't answering the phone, and this ain't like him. And he was just like, dang, like, this nigga keep calling me. And it's something about when a man say a nigga keep calling them that lets you know right then and there, that ain't a nigga calling them, that's a female calling them. So I was just like, oh, okay. Because y'all, one thing I'm gonna do is do that awkward ass laugh and say something dumb. Oh, okay. I always do that, and I don't know why I do it so much, but it's so weird, but I do that. Yeah, he just like squeezed me so tight, y'all, and I was just like, oh, I could just melt in this man's arms forever. And we're just talking, y'all. I don't even know what we were talking about, but we just sat out the car like talking for like a good hour. Portia and her dude, they just sitting out the car and they talking too. Mind you, I don't know why we never thought like, let's sit in the car and talk. But it was a nice day, and it was just like, it was cool. Like, it was cool to just sit there and talk. Like, I guess we just like going with the flow and stuff. So yeah, they was just like, all right, you know, they got to get going. And yeah, we hugged them, tell them bye. And then Kanan was just like, all right, like, hit me. I'm like, okay, go. Right. I want to say for like the next few weeks, we was just going to go see them. Kanan never brought up the fact for real, like, why I never let him come pick me up on his own, like on his own or anything. But I could tell he kind of was feeling that way. Like, he'd make like little jokes and stuff, and I'll kind of just be like, ignoring that, because one thing I'm gonna do is ignore somebody. I would ignore the hell out of somebody. Sometimes it's on purpose, sometimes it's not. I'm going ahead and be clear. So yeah, he's like saying like little things, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm just like, sir, please. please. So yeah, we're hanging out and stuff. By then we didn't kiss and stuff. He didn't grab me by the ass. He's grabbing my ass. I don't know why, but back then, y'all, I used to love when a man kissed me and grabbed my like both cheeks and just squeeze the dear life out of them. I don't know why. Squeeze them till they go numb, but they used to turn me on. So by now I want to give this kitty cat. I was gonna say something crazy, but yeah, I want to give him some of this cat. Like, now I can't take it no more. Like, baby girl is crying in these panties because I wanted to give it to him. I'm like, I just want to know what it feel like. I just want to see it. I just want to feel it. Like, I want it. And so yeah, y'all, I'm like, dang, I'm telling Portia, I'm like, girl, the next time I see Kanan, I'm giving him some of this cat. I don't give up. Like, I wanted this nigga, right? So she was like, girl, I'm surprised it's taking you so long. Like, why is it taking you so long? I'm like, because, like, you can't just jump into something like that. Gosh, me and him already be doing the do. I'm like, I just can't do it. I can't do it. I said, but now, I ain't gonna lie, I'm ready. I'm like, I want to give him some bad, right? So we was planning another little date. Y'all, we was planning another little date, and we were just gonna go to the pier in Frisco. We was gonna walk around, you know, get us some little clam chowder bowls, do what you do at the pier, go to the little mall. We was just gonna have us a nice little cool relaxing little day, right? That was our next little outing, because we was planning little outings, y'all. Like, we was going to the marina. We were having fun, y'all. So one day I slip up. Y'all, because I mean, when you being sneaky, sometimes you do slip up just a little bit, right? So I had a little drink, and I was blowing trees back to back with Cash and everybody. Like, we rotation, just blowing it down. And I ain't gonna lie, I got so right. I ended up falling asleep without blocking this man's number. Yep, fell asleep without blocking his number. But that wasn't it, y'all. It wasn't because I didn't block his number. It's because I forgot to delete the damn call out the call log, y'all. It showed that he called me, right? And it was like we was on the phone for probably like 10-15 minutes. Whew, y'all, Cash ran through my phone. All I remember is him like, bitch, who the fuck is this? And I'm like, what? Like, mind you, I'm asleep. I'm like, what? Like, what you talking about? He like, who is this? Is this a nigga? Ooh. I'm like, what are you talking about? He was like, I just called this number. He was like, on a voicemail. It basically was like, you know, this Kanan, leave a message, right? So I'm like, what are you talking about? Because, y'all, now I gotta think of something quick. I have to think of something quick. I'm like, Cash, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, give him my phone. Like, what do you mean it's not a nigga? I'm like, no, that ain't no nigga. I'm like, you're tripping. Like, bruh, what the fuck? So he was like, who the fuck is this? Or I'm about to go get my pew pew. I'm about to cry, y'all. Like, I'm legit about to cry. Like, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, bro, that's Portia's nigga. I'm like, are you serious right now? I'm like, that's Portia's nigga. Like, you're hella dumb. I'm like, I could call Portia right now. That's her man. He was like, man, no, that's the nigga. You talking to this nigga. I'm like, so did he answer the phone? Did he call back? Did he do anything? He like, no. I'm like, exactly, because that's not my man. I'm like, that's Portia's dude. And I'm like, damn, you got me looking hella weird calling this nigga back. I'm like, that's hella weird. I'm like, Portia's phone had died and she called me off her dude phone, bro. Like, they was getting into it, and, you know, she needed to ask me something, and we were talking on the phone, and I ended up calming them down, and yeah, they fixed their little issue that they had going on. I'm like, but now you got me looking weird calling his phone. So he like looking, because I told y'all, Cash is the type of person, he gonna take everything in. He gonna be listening to what you saying. So now he looking, and he just kind of feeling dumb. I'm like, bro, give me my fucking phone. I'm like, give me my phone for our trip. Cause now I'm getting turned up. And one thing about it is, like, when Cash would turn up, I would turn down. If I turn up, Cash would turn down. Or it'll be them times where we both turned up and we fighting. So I'm like, yeah, bro, give me my phone for our trip. I'm like, I'm about to trip in this motherfucker. I swear to God. I'm like, you want to call the police on me? So y'all, I'm getting mad, right? I'm getting mad. So he was like, man, yeah, better not be no nigga. And he just threw my phone, right? Just threw it against the bed. Mind you, it's an Android. You know, the back will come off, the battery will fall out and shit. So he did that. I left it like that. Cause, oh, Kanan, baby, please don't call me back. Please do not call me back. So I just left it like that, and Cash ended up walking out the room. Y'all, when I tell you, as soon as that man walked out the room, I kind of like followed behind him to kind of see where he was going. He ended up going outside, going to his car. I ran back inside the room, put the back on my goddamn phone, turned it on so damn fast. And y'all, Androids used to take so long to cut on. Like, I feel like it was taking a year to cut on. I'm like, bruh, please cut on. Like, please cut on. So then the phone cuts on. And then I block his number instantly. Block the number, deleted. I did all of that. I'm like, bruh, oh my God, Lord, please. Like, oh my God. Mind you, I had my sidekick, but my sidekick, I didn't use that to talk on the phone. Because if you didn't have T-Mobile to T-Mobile, then, you know, the call wasn't going to be free. And I had that little free phone because, y'all, Cash would get free phones from the dope fiends and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's how I had me an extra phone. So, I'm like, oh my God, Lord Jesus, please. So I'm like, okay, whew, Lord, all right, let me just put this phone down. I don't even want to be on this phone no more. Like, let me just go ahead and just hide this up under my pillow and just like chill, right? So Cash come back in the house. He was like basically just trying to tell me sorry and stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever. By then I didn't already text Portia on my sidekick, and I let her know, like, look, girl, if I call you and I be like, ain't your nigga named Kanan, I need you to say that that's your man. So she was just like, all right, cool. You know, like, me and my homegirls, we had each other back, so that was nothing. So I'm like, yeah, girl, whew, some shit just happened. I'll let you know what happened tomorrow, right? So the next day, I don't hear nothing from Kanan. So I'm like, bruh, did Cash take the number and say something to him? Like, what happened? Now I'm thinking, like, bruh, did Cash, like, what did Cash do? Did he send him a text? Like, what happened? Like, why I haven't heard nothing from Kanan? Because I would always get a good morning text from him. So I end up texting him, and I'm like, good morning, handsome. No response. I'm like, okay, like, that's weird. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna wait till later to try to call him. But I'm kind of feeling some type of way because I'm like, no, this not like him. Like, he normally would like text me and say something. So then later on that day, I ended up calling him. It went straight to voicemail. So I'm like, what the, I'm like, oh my God, Cash did something. I'm like, Cash didn't ruin this, he did something. Mind you, Cash is kind of being a little weird. Like, he being cool, but he kind of being a little strange, you know? Like, he steady just like kind of like bringing it up, like, yeah, that probably was your nigga. You know, like saying like little stuff like that, and I'm just like ignoring him because I'm just like, boy, like, leave me alone. You know, because now I'm mad because I ain't talked to my nigga all day. Mind you, this ain't my nigga, but I ain't talked to my little boo all day, so I'm feeling some type of way. I'm like irritated, like, y'all, like low-key really just like depressed. So I'm just like, oh my God, I haven't heard from him, no nothing, no anything. So like the days going by and I'm stressed the fuck out. Portia ended up calling me. And so she was just like, girl, oh my God, like, you ain't gonna believe what happened. So I'm like, girl, what happened? Because I'm thinking, like, you know, this man he don't want to fool me no more. Turns out, y'all, this nigga went to jail. I ain't never been so damn happy in my life for a nigga to go to jail. Like, y'all, I was so happy. So Cash did not talk to him. He did not talk to him because by the time Cash tried to call him back, he was already going to jail. So I was like, oh my God. I'm like, oh, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. Ooh, like, y'all, in that moment, I was just like, God is good, God is good. He ended up going to jail for like a couple months, and we did not talk, y'all. And I ain't gonna lie, for them couple of months, I was depressed. I was so sad. I was just like, oh my God, like, I miss him. Like, I was super sad, y'all, but I can't lie. Like, it kind of made me and Cash a little closer, which is weird, but I don't know why. But at this time, it just made us a little closer. Like, I wasn't talking to nobody. From going through Cash phone, he wasn't talking to nobody, and everything was good. Like, everything started to look up for us in our relationship until Kanan got out of jail, y'all. Kanan got out of jail. Whew. But y'all, I gotta stop the story right here because I don't have no more storage on my camera. Like, I legit would keep going a little bit, but I don't have no more storage on my camera. I think I got like 2 minutes left, and I'm trying to hurry up with this ending part. Yeah, y'all, I love y'all so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment everything, whatever the hell you want to comment under this video. Comment it, y'all, so that way I can put out another video ASAP. Hopefully this week. Hopefully. Bye, y'all.